Okay, everybody, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know what this last song means. Get your snacks, get your drinks, and especially hide your mamas during this one because she might end up getting a phone call. You never know. All right, we're coming up after this last song.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Shit by my shoulder, cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one. get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Put a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
What is up, everyone? Why am I looking so weird? Why is the light making me... What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Amber Chick, you were usually the first person in this chat, and I was starting to get worried for you. I was about to put an APB out on you. I was really getting worried, because usually you're the first one to come up in here. I have a feeling you're going to side with TheActMan, even though I provided so much evidence, and YouTube said I was right. Well... Quantum TV. Can somebody check to see if that's really Quantum TV before I answer this question? Hold on. Let me see if I can check. Because if that's really you, I'm going to say this. I just like both of you equally, and I kind of think you're both trash. No? Okay. Thought not. Hi, Fake Quantum TV. How you doing? Well, they have to subscribe to get in here. And if you spam, then you're out. All right, I'm going to have a special guest with us today, Mr. Nerdy John. Hello, Mr. Nerdy John. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes,
Hi.
I can.
Hi. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Had a lovely day, I will say.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought you weren't going to be able to make it, and then you were like, yes, thank you, whoever did that. Well, because, reasons,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming, though, because if you wouldn't have showed up, I mean, I would have understood. I mean,
Yeah. Well, business was done.
Okay. TMI, just saying. Oh, my God.
What? Hey, it was wholesome business.
Okay,
so.
as long as it was wholesome, all right? You already give me enough shit on Dave's panel. Yeah, so John here, John has his own channel, which, by the way, I will be linking his channel in the description down below. But John is also
Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're joining me on this. Of course I would. He's the producer on Dead on Dave's channel, and he likes to give me shit for being old. And now I have him here by himself, so payback is happening.
Oh, no. It was all a trap.
No, it was a trap. It was a trap, and you fell into my trap. So tomorrow night when you get on Dead on Dave, you could be like, Xylie trapped me, and you did not help me at all. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, shame on you, Dave.
Exactly. All right, Nintendo Mail says, let me be real here, LOL. I hate both the TheActMan and Quantum, so, well, there you go. Yeah. So, how are you doing, John? You doing good? Are we ready for this? All right.
I am 100% ready.
All right. Now, let me share my screen with you. That way you know when, Okay.
There we go.
Sharing my screen with you. Because we're going to be going over the TehMimi video on it. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to flip over to here. Red team, go red team. What are you talking about, Advent? Why is he saying go red team? All right. I'm gonna say this. Before any of the TheActMan clan, as they like to call themselves from the Discord, I'm gonna tell you what. I better not hear you didn't do your research. All right. Look.
How dare you try to take a nuanced approach, Xylie?
Yeah,
How
I know.
dare you?
God forbid. But God forbid. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I equally do not like TheActMan or Quantum TV. To me, this whole situation. Okay, so because I have covered and been a part of other communities and watched other communities, quite a few of them were anti-communities. And I do believe, okay, Quantum, jerk face. We all know he's an asshole. Jerk face. I mean, obviously, right?
Right, of course.
But I think the TheActMan and his merry band of creators, I think they have created an anti-culture around hating Quantum to where they're one phone call away to a mama to be just like him.
Yeah, exactly. Like I started noticing behavior with with how TheActMan and the creators who were supporting him. I started noticing behaviors that were similar in the anti-Eugenia Cooney community, within like the anti-Gabby Hanna community.
Same thing with me, with Krama, with the anti-KJ community. Maybe even some Hador in there. They are an anti-community now at this point.
Like especially anti-Onision.
Yeah.
Like these are creators which it is beyond reasonable to dislike them, right? But then when your entire content or entire identity revolves around hating them, that's when you become just as sad, because like you're not looking at things objectively. You're just looking at any gotcha you can, even if it has even if there's little to no evidence against them.
Yes, absolutely. And I've been in call with Willie Mack, and we've talked in DMs about this whole situation. And I'm going to say this to the people. Are like, well, all they had to do was watch my videos. Okay, listen. The stuff that I have covered, if you want the receipts for most of the stuff that I have covered, that I have actually shown receipts and stuff like that, I have them in nice, tidy little folders off to the side in another hard drive. Okay? Exactly.
Sorry to
interrupt you. It's okay. Someone shouldn't have to ask you, hey, can you give me all the receipts that you have? And your answer is, go watch the video. No, you should have that shit on hand. And go, wait a minute, let me go get my folder, because, I hate this man so much. I've made 6 videos on him. I have all the receipts in a folder, and hand it to someone.
Exactly. Like when he didn't ask me for it, but when Willie started doing research, I gave him the copyright related stuff that I had on Quantum. I even still had like the first drama video he did, because he deleted it, so I gave that to him. So like that was just stuff I could do on my end. And the thing is too, like people have to understand from this perspective. Like if you're just like the average Joe, watch the playlist, right? But if you're another content creator and you're able to communicate with this person, whether it's like open DMs on Twitter or like DMs on Discord, why not ask them instead of watching the videos? Because you have the person directly there.
Exactly. And why not just hand over everything you have, because they're trying to help your cause?
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing too. So like the reason why I'm kind of involved with the Quantum thing, for the folks in your audience who don't know, is because like I was the first non-stream person to cover Quantum, from my knowledge.
Okay, so everybody else streams?
No. Like so what happened was I saw Tipster stream on it. And so like I was like, hey, you know what? I need like a video to do. This seems like, fun, easy video to do. Let me pump it out real quick, get my thoughts on the situation. And then Quantum came into my comment section and started threatening a DMCA against me because I used his face. But that's the thing. He threatened, which is still bad. Don't get me wrong, it's still bad. But like he never actually struck me down, right?
Right.
I think it's still worthy to call out someone for even just threatening it.
Well, yeah,
And
because he's
like
going around acting like he's a bully. The thing about
yeah,
Quantum is he
exactly.
walks around with this, I hate to say it, with this big dick energy, like he is the major bully of YouTube, and because he can, I don't know, the way he says things, you're supposed to bow down and go, oh my God, Quantum's after me,
Yeah, exactly. Like the way he was even, and it wasn't like oh, like because like usually these types of creators, when they see someone bigger than them cover the situation,
Mm-hmm.
then they suck up to them, right? No,
Mm-hmm.
like the man is such a narcissist that he thinks he has the attitude of a million sub YouTuber. If that makes any sense, like he swings like you said, big dick energy. He swings around like he is the hottest thing in the room.
And you know
And
what? And
like
that's fine. I understand having the confidence that you're bigger than, you know what I'm saying, having the confidence you're bigger than you are. But this
mhm.
dude's really literally rolling around to these smaller creators, and he's acting like he's a bully. And
Yeah, yeah,
most of these creators are younger, so they're like, "Oh God, he's going to get me," you know. And it's just like, dude, chill out.
yeah. And so like I was scared because like I was like barely around 300 subs at the time. The video only had 20 views, so it wasn't like it blew up, right?
Right,
So like I'm scared. Luckily at the time made contact with Dave, and so I went on his show with him and Willie, and I explained my situation to them, and like Willie was like totally in support of for me.
right.
And like he even like added Quantum, like Quantum did had like a legitimate Twitter account before all the parody accounts came out.
Yeah.
He even added him like, yo, why did you threaten to do this?
Oh yeah,
So
because
like
Willie
see,
doesn't like that shit. Willie, you're not gonna try to bully someone. Willie doesn't like that shit at all.
yeah. So like to see like a bunch of people try to say Willie was a quantum defender or like a pro quantum conspiracy theorist is so dumb because I personally know he's not that.
I know he's not that either. I know that he's not that too because I mean I've been in the DMs with him. I was on a call with him when that ninjician guy blocked him.
Oh yeah, like I imagine that was really frustrating because like you're actively trying to get everyone's side of the story,
And that's
and like
that's the whole thing. When you're making a video like that, you want to get the full story. And all Willie wants is the full story. And he was getting so much pushback. It was just
oh,
ridiculous.
even on the quantum side of things, because
Mm-hmm.
quantum wouldn't directly interact with him, he had to go through his admin on his Discord server, which was completely idiotic because like quantum complains about people not doing proper research and not seeing his side of the story, but then you make it so difficult for people to reach out to you.
Well, here's my thing. If people give you a hard time because you're trying to find the truth, then I turn around and I don't trust those people. Because to
Exactly.
me, it shows me, and this is going for both sides, it shows
Hmm.
me that is there something you're trying to hide? I'm sorry, I have that natural instinct. You're trying to help someone, they're screaming to the high heavens to help TheActMan, and then somebody's trying to help them, and then they don't want to help the person trying to help them. To me, my natural instinct is I don't trust you. I do not trust you, and I will not trust
Rightfully
you.
so. Rightfully so, I would say.
Right. It's ridiculous. All right, so let's start this TehMimi video because I think she gives a good overview of it, and then I might have to jump over to Tommy C to explain the one part. So,
Hmm.
all right, hold on. Okay, that's the sponsor, so we'll start. All right, give me one in the chat if y'all are ready for this. Because I'm about to piss people off in this live stream. I'm about to piss everybody off in this live stream. Not everybody in my chat, but I'm about to piss TheActMan and Quantum off. Oh, and by the way, Quantum, if you see my thumbnail, I did put a filter over your face, so don't go there. Fair use, bitch. Fair use.
But you're using illegal third party downloaders.
No, not at all. Just saying. All right, so we're ready for this. All right, let's go.
YouTube is one of the most popular websites on the internet. It's a place where you can put your creativity to the test, share your thoughts, and engage with communities that share similar interests and values.
Or you can overshare your thoughts like I do. Just saying.
Yeah.
It's a website that I have been connected with for more than half of my life, and I have to say it's definitely changed my entire world, as well as the lives of others in many positive ways. However, there have been times when YouTube has done some things that would be considered unfavorable among creators. A simple example of this is when they removed the dislike button. Since then, there have been more complicated situations that have created worry among the platform. One of those situations occurred this past week, sparking concern and backlash within the YouTube community. This was all due to a feud between two YouTubers. It started over Elden Ring and ended with one.
This whole thing that we're talking about, this is the dumbest shit ever. This whole thing, this whole entire shit fest started with a review of the game Elden Ring. And people did not like Quantum's review. And that's how all this started.
Yeah, and do you realize, like, ironically, it goes for, like, both of them in certain instances, but, like, all Quantum had to do was just ignore Mischief's original video, because, like, and I'm not trying to trash Mischief here on this part, but, like, Mischief was, like, 4K subscriber channel at the time. From what I know, the video itself barely had, like, 500 views. Like no one was going to see that.
Right.
Until he threw a fit.
Exactly. And this is the funny part, okay? Mischief 100% had a right to say, hey, I think your review of it sucked. All right.
Right, especially when you look into like his content, because he's like on the side of commentary, he's more like the tech video game side. Right. So like his whole thing isn't allegations, it's you made a bad review, I'm gonna make fun of it for 10 minutes.
Right. And that's all it was. It's not that big of a deal. Like you said, it only got like 500 views at the time. You did not have to complain about it. It's okay if people disagree with you. That is a fact of fucking life. People are going to disagree with you. How? No. All right, let's keep going.
Creator being indefinitely removed from the YouTube Partner Program. Many are outraged over this because this creator seems to be pointing out how someone else was breaking community guidelines and getting away with it. Since this began, things have quickly escalated, with other creators getting involved and many worrying if they will be next on YouTube's chopping block.
I do like her.
Very good editing.
This. I do like this.
Yeah,
intro.
it's really good.
I mean, who would have thought that JayStation would have been?
I know.
God. All right, let's go. Go ahead, TehMimi. I am trying intro. You go, girl. That intro was nice.
Best to cover all my bases here and be as delicate with this situation as possible due to the very obvious circumstances and potential consequences regarding this topic. Despite the fact that there might be consequence to anyone who discusses this topic, I think it's extremely important for every creator to do so, because this could affect anybody on this platform. Now, I actually filmed this video once already, and I wasn't really happy with the way that it came out. I am super yellow today.
Hi, Georgie.
Which is on brand because this video is about to get demonetized! So I wanted to film it again and go over everything with a little bit more detail to try and display the actual issues behind this situation. There has been a really big situation that happened this past week regarding a YouTuber named TheActMan. Now, YouTube has received a lot of backlash for their treatment of this creator, and that is because this creator tried to bring something to their attention, and their response was to punish him for it. A few months ago, TheActMan, who is a gaming YouTuber, made a video about people who gave bad critiques on Elden Ring. This is where he began to talk about another creator who goes by the name of Quantum TV. Quantum TV did not like the critique made against him in this video and tried to strike TheActMan's video to—
See, and it actually started before that. Because
exactly.
TheActMan was actually defending Mischief before that, right?
No. So like his entry into the situation was the bad takes video.
Okay.
But like in that bad takes video, it's not just Quantum he goes over. He goes over other gaming creators like Jim Sterling, and like it wasn't just meant to solely criticize Quantum, not yet at that point. When he saw that Quantum tried to take down that video, and by the way, it failed, which is hilarious because there were screenshots of him trying to message like the poor YouTube rep who like was just there to inform him that his application failed. He was messaging this person like they knew the drama. This poor intern.
Yeah.
But to be back on focus, when he saw that Quantum tried to take it down, they started to DM over Discord. It went nowhere because Quantum is completely delusional. And so he then made a video focused on him. In that video, he gave Mischief a shout out. In the Elden Ring Bad Takes video, he mentioned Mischief and the situation itself, which is why he covered it. But in that video, he gave Mischief a huge shout out. Mischief went from 10K to 160K from that. And so like, yeah, he gave the kid a full-time career on YouTube.
Holy
and
crap.
Quantum, and like even at the end of that video, ActMan, like I believe in that video, ActMan discusses like, hey, like I'm done with this situation. This is basically the W that we get. And then Quantum decided to call the mother.
Oh, yeah, we get into that in this video. All right, Skip said, yeah, I don't like or agree with this line of reason she starts off with. It gives validity to something that people have been using to fearmonger with for years. What line of reason did she start off with?
Was it because like I think she's talking about when in her intro how she talks about how ActMan was trying to take down Quantum. So like I'm sure like she gets into it later in the video. Yeah. I just want to give like my initial thoughts so that way everyone's clear on it.
Yeah, I was reading a comment in the comment section. Skip said it, and I was wondering what Skip was saying.
Yeah, so like under circumstances when it's strictly just platform behavior, I'm usually not I'm not in favor of taking down someone's channel, right? But then when you bring in outside forces like doxing, trying to get direct family members involved, like that's where I'm like, you're crossing a line. Yeah. You're directly crossing, especially when it's like, because for some reason he still has the call up on his channel. In that, like Quantum says stuff like, "Well, we wouldn't want family to get involved now, would we?" He's trying to intimidate the mother into contacting her son to like drop this whole situation or like write an apology or whatever.
All right, let's get to that part and then we'll get into that part.
Right. Sorry.
You're good.
To which the TheActMan responded by not only making this tweet, but also making a video about how Quantum TV allegedly abuses the copyright striking policy on YouTube to take down videos that criticize him. This caused tensions to escalate as Quantum TV really didn't like this. It got to the point where he actually called the TheActMan's mother to try and, I guess, intimidate the TheActMan into taking his video down. After all of this, the TheActMan decided to go to YouTube directly to try and get something done about Quantum TV because his actions were starting to get...
Okay, what Skip is saying is, like, oh my god, this is going to affect YouTube as a whole, doom and gloom. If this happens to him, it can happen to all of us, blah, blah, etc. Well, here's the sad part. When at one point, everybody was scared to even talk about it because they were scared YouTube was going to demonetize. Like, it was a real fear with people.
Yeah.
No, but I understand that line of thinking that you're saying, Skip. I get it.
Right, because we see overcorrections by YouTube all the time. Like when PewDiePie had his bridge incident, that meant all edgy comedy was instantly demonetized or taken down. for a good while. Like
Mhm.
now we get edgy, we get edgy stuff like slip by on the platform now. But when like the heat of that was happening, like it's one of the reasons why H3H3 made the podcast channel, was because like their main videos were instantly getting demonetized like that for their edgy humor at the time.
Yeah. Well, until he started pandering for the folks. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Concerning, and after looking into it, the TheActMan had uncovered a very malicious pattern of behavior by Quantum TV. Also, yes, the camera's moving, that's because Chester's here, and what's the matter? You can't see him, but he's here, and he wants to say hello. After looking into it, YouTube decided that Quantum TV had not broken any of the guidelines and decided not to do anything about this situation, resulting in the TheActMan making another video, which has been removed from YouTube. So this video was ultimately critiquing Quantum TV, and also displaying the many different times that he had gone against the YouTube terms of service and broken the guidelines. And in making this video, it was also a critique onto YouTube and the way that they enforce their guidelines and policies, because the entire point of this video was to show that Quantum TV was actively breaking these guidelines and nothing was being done about it. But before we continue with...
Okay, that's her sponsor. All right, with the last thing that she said, now I'm going to be honest. The stuff that I have seen on YouTube, all right, and I have seen it in these anti-communities, okay?
Right.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say, if anybody called my mama, it would take, well, Skip would have to be there because she really knows how to calm me down. But it would take Skip and just about probably 8 other people in a call to calm me down before I just completely burnt everything down to the ground, okay? It would literally take a force to calm me down because I would be highly, highly, highly upset. So I understand TheActman's, like, the psychology behind it, like being upset that happened. That was his mother. Homeboy called his mother. You know what I'm saying? So that, yeah, exactly, Skip. See, Skip might not be the one to calm me down because she'd probably be just as pissed off as I am. Skip's my best friend, believe me. It would be, yeah, she's putting up knives and fire right now.
Yeah, like justifiably so. Like I would be in the same position as you.
Yeah.
Because like I like. And like even like the quote unquote the quote unquote TheActMan supporters. I mean, I'm sorry, not TheActMan. The quote unquote Quantum supporters. Like Tommy completely gets where TheActMan is coming from. We all get where he's coming from, but like the way you go about certain things, that's where he's incorrect on. I don't even necessarily blame him for wanting him off the platform.
No,
am I making sense there?
No, I totally get it. Listen, all right, so I can tell you now, I'm not a snitch. All right, I'm not a snitch on YouTube. However, if I've seen somebody blatantly dox someone, I have seen streams where someone pulled up a Google map of someone's house telling people to go there, and there's 4 kids in that house. There's 4 children in that house.
Right, that's not right.
Okay.
Under no circumstances.
Now, I mean, did I flag that video? Yes, the fuck I did. Absolutely I did, because that's putting someone's life. It only takes one crazy person. That puts somebody's life in danger. 100%. And I get the anger behind that. Doxing, once you start doxing, and I personally believe calling the mother is doxing, because you had to have her dox to go do it. You may not have published it, but you still, the intimidation part was there.
Oh yeah, especially when because like in the same video, he talks about how like, oh, I get people all the time giving me the information on you guys. I'm never going to publish it, but I have people giving me the information. And like here's the thing, you can technically the TheActMan information is public because you could book him at one point in his career, you could book him for stuff.
Right.
However, that does not explain how you got family members' personal information whatsoever. So even the logic behind trying to contact the family to quote unquote settle it doesn't make sense either, because you had open DMs with him.
Yeah.
You could have called him directly.
Absolutely.
Even on Discord.
Absolutely.
Or like heck, if he blocked you on Discord, like you could have called him on his phone. Why'd you have to like go after someone you know he would personally care about?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I personally, I see it as a dox. I know there was a conversation about whether it was a dox or not, but honestly, it boils down to it. Whether you think it's a dox or not, everybody is in agreement. It's creepy as fuck. It was done to intimidate ActMan, and you shouldn't be calling people's mothers. Period.
Especially the
Period.
tattle on you. Like,
Yes.
Miss ActMan, your son's being mean to me on you. So stupid.
Don't be a bad person or God will set you straight regardless if you have children. Evil Eye, what the hell are you talking about? Evil Eye, I need you to chill out in the comment section. Because that just shows
I'm a bit
that you're
confused
not a
by it
person to
too.
talk. That just shows you're not a person to talk to. The phrase is unhinged. NSA has a say. Evil Eye, I'm gonna need you to chill out in the comments. Just saying, because you're kind of giving me creepy vibes too. Just saying. All right, let's go.
YouTube's response to TheActMan's video was to actually strike it down. The reasoning was due to displaying inappropriate adult content, but the only thing that could have come off as inappropriate was a joke where a pickle was photoshopped over Quantum's mouth. It definitely did not show anything explicit by any means, and was a pretty tame joke. However, as of right now, it's only assumed that this was the part that was considered inappropriate because nothing else in the video came off as mature, and YouTube hasn't communicated exactly what part was the reason why the video was removed. This obviously made TheActMan very, very upset, and he went on the Twitter to share this information soon after he had gotten his channel demonetized. Now, some people were also saying that on top of being demonetized, his videos were also age restricted, but I have yet to see any confirmation directly from TheActMan saying his videos were also age restricted on top of being demonetized.
Can you pause that?
Hold on.
He did show that his videos were getting age restricted. To give him credit, he did show that like it was like a Call of Duty video, and then like he did a review on Cyberpunk.
Evil Eye, you got one more time. You got one more time. All right. So he did. So they were actually getting age restricted.
Yeah, and Willie said, yeah, that's what happens when you get a strike. That like a bunch of random videos get age restricted. Like that's what happens when a video gets striked. I understand. And it was a warning strike that he got, so it wasn't strike one. But like I can understand still being like the initial like, oh my god, what the heck's happening? You know.
Right.
And then especially when the demonetization of the channel kicks in, I'm not monetized myself, but like I definitely would have my eyes pop out like what the heck's going on.
Well, I feel sorry for Dude because that was how he was making his living. All right. I'm not devoid of sympathy for him, but when I see shit going down that I saw on Twitter, when him and Willie were going back and forth with it, because you heard me when I went on Dead on Days, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to cover this story.
Right, exactly. And like I feel like it was those instances where I understand where he's coming from, but the logical thing to do is just like answer information that you can in DMs and then just don't publicly look at Twitter.
Right.
Because then you're going to get wrapped up in stuff, and then you're going to end up saying stuff that you don't intend to say, and then you end up looking like a fool, which actually is kind of what happened.
Okay, so Evil Eye, Skip says Evil Eye says, fuck ActMan, and started laughing. And Evil Eye said, I don't like people that think they can get angry and justify it. That's what I was talking about. Oh, I was wondering because the way you were typing it, I'm like, what the hell are you saying?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, exactly.
I get it, Evil Eye. I get it now. All right, we're cool. No, because I think that's exactly what happened. Because, well, we'll see.
When your video gets demonetized, it's getting pushed out to less people because one, it's making YouTube less money, and two, they find it to be non-advertiser friendly. When a video gets age restricted, that suppression is even more intense, and it doesn't even get pushed out to your subscribers. You can't even look the videos up on the regular YouTube search. You have to actually search it on someone's channel. It's a way to completely crush a creator. You're essentially pulling the plug. It's already bad enough with demonetization because those videos are going to be sent out less, and you're taking away that creator's entire career at that point. But this is just like hammering down the last nail.
Okay, Otterpop has a really good point. The whole situation gets so confusing. I can't tell. I know that was cute graphics, wasn't it? The whole situation gets so confusing. I can't tell who the hell is wrong at this point. Otterpop, you know who I say is in wrong at this point? Everyone. I think everyone is wrong. This is, to me, this is the perfect situation to say that multiple people can be wrong at the same time. Granted, there's different levels because nobody went and called Quantum's mama, okay? So that's one hell of a wrong level. Don't get me wrong. But multiple people can be wrong at the exact same time.
What I will say is I believe like TheActMan like was in the right up until his behavior on Twitter.
Yes.
Like that's where I would draw the line.
That's where I think he fucked up, and that's honestly, he got me so pissed off with the way he was acting. I was like, fuck him. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I do not care anymore. Jacob, I have her sped up. That's why. Okay, there we go. Exactly. Both was horrible again. How it was like proceeding. Yeah. So up until this point, Quantum is the wrong one. All right.
He's still the wrong one.
Well,
just to be clear.
Yeah. Believe me, Quantum will never be right in this situation. I'm just going to say that now. All right. And to all those saying I'm defending Quantum, fuck you, because that's not happening. Because here's the thing, with this TheActMan clan going on, that's the name of the Discord, the TheActMan clan or something like that, okay? If you push back at any point towards TheActMan, you are automatically defending Quantum.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, I think it's
anti-behavior. That's fucking anti-behavior.
It's a mix of anti-behavior and fanboyism.
Yes.
That's what
yes.
Yeah, and
yes.
And like I will say, I still think I'm going to enjoy his videos past this, but I was like an TheActMan fan because like I come from like the reviews, like before commentary, I came from the review side of YouTube, and like he does really excellent reviews. TheActMan even did the occasional commentary video, but it wasn't like as in depth as like a Quantum video would need to be. Like it was usually like one video that had like a really, really bad message or point, and it was easy points dunk on.
Right.
So I think part of it too was TheActMan. Like he had connections to like outer commentary, but like I don't think he was prepared for like the amount of questioning that like the inner commentary community was giving him.
No, I joked with Willie in the DMs, and I said, well, I guess he figured out who the commentary community is now, huh? Well, after the way he acted the way he did. All right, so let's keep going. Davida, I agree with you actually.
According to a dispute between TheActMan and Team YouTube on Twitter, the reason why TheActMan's YouTube channel was removed from the YouTube Partner Program was because of tweets that he has since deleted. Now, I'm not sure if I can actually show the tweets without getting into trouble, so I'm just going to summarize what they basically were, which was a very obvious satirical joke. Quantum TV was accused of doxing and harassment and a whole bunch of other things. TheActMan decided to say, felt cute, might go dox some YouTube employees later.
If you want to get YouTube's attention to help you, even joking around that you're going to dox YouTube employees is not going to fucking help you.
Right. And here's the thing, right? If it was just a regular video that he was doing, like if it was just a regular like if he wasn't if he wasn't trying to make a movement out of it, I think personally, I think the jokes were fine to make, but the thing is, like Mudahar pointed this out, if you're trying to make a movement, you can't show any weakness with that movement. No! So you have to take it 100% seriously.
Okay, first of all, do I think it was a joke? Yes, I think it was a joke. I don't think he was actually going to do it. But here's the thing. Do you want... Okay, listen, I always talk about how I get paid by Daddy YouTube every month, right? Do you want to piss off your parents when you're trying to go out to the party? Do you want to piss off your parents and say, yeah, I feel cute. I might go out and drink and drive later. No, they're going to make your ass stay home. What did YouTube
Right,
do?
right.
You make your money. You literally pissed off the people who fucking pay you. How dumb are you going to be? That was stupid. What the fuck were you thinking?
Right, and like and like I said, the thing is like he's trying to make a out of this, especially like he's not just trying to be an edgy content creator like for example like Augie, you know, like this dude's legitimately trying to make a legitimate movement against a creator who he views as a cancer to the platform.
Yeah,
so
but you don't
can't
do that by making a joke that you're gonna dox YouTubers.
100%. That's the point I'm making. Like you can't be doing stuff like that when you're trying to be serious with your movement. When you're trying to be legitimate.
Exactly. Don't shit on the plate you eat from. 100% Epicuro. Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what he did. To me, that was dumb. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you expect? What did you expect? Honestly, what the fuck did you expect?
Right.
I mean, really? You think not threatening, he was making a joke, you know, but do you honestly think that YouTube's going to take kindly to that? No.
And like Papa, like are you aware of Papa Gut? I assume.
Yeah.
Like Papa Gut pointed out, like, well, in the workplace, even if they know that you're joking, they still, like, on policy, have to take action against what you do or say in the workplace.
That's exactly right. And guess what YouTube is? YouTube was his workplace. 100%. Absolutely.
Or something along those lines. In my opinion, I think it was actually pretty foolish to make that joke, and a lot of people agree, including TheActMan himself. I'm not saying that nobody should ever make jokes ever again, but when it comes to situations like this, it is an issue because you have to be careful with how your audience might perceive it. You don't know that somebody in your audience might take that literally and might actually try and dox people. And
okay, now she has a point there because it only takes one crazy person.
Exactly, yeah. Like, and
it
like
only takes one crazy person.
And like the thing is, like when you have like a small community who understand how you joke, then yeah, you can safely assume that like no one's going to like take it literally. But then like when you have like and it's like we have to understand this isn't even like in TheActMan's community. We also have to think of like the antis outside of his community as well, because Quantum, believe it or not, folks, has been hated on by people way before like even the Mischief stuff. Like he got into controversy with another creator called Griffin Gaming. He's part of a community called the AV community, which is about TVs. Like there are people who already hate his guts. So like they will do anything that they can to get like anything they view as a W against him.
Exactly. So what would happen? TheActMan made that joke, all right? And then turned around. What happened if somebody actually doxed somebody who worked at YouTube? TheActMan wouldn't be able to hide behind that tweet saying it was just a joke. It only takes one fucking crazy person. One.
Yeah, like people people were pointing were pointing that out with like when H3 was joking about bombing the NRA meeting. It would only take one crazy person to do that who might not even be affiliated with him to be like YouTube, if like thank God it didn't happen, but if it did, it would not have been a strike Ethan got, it would have been a channel wipe.
It's jokes like that you don't you're asking for it. And honestly, I mean, I think with that joke, he asked for it. You know? That's the kind of...
Even if the chances of that happening are very low, because again, it was a very obvious satirical joke and most people understood that, you still have to be careful. And I don't know if that was YouTube's logic behind it, or if they were using this as a reason to just demonetize him, but I personally don't think that the punishment was justified. I think that...
Look, if I was that toss guy that he showed in that video, and he had that tweet, and I saw that tweet, yeah, I could see what happened. A button was pushed.
I mean, like you have like unfortunately, even like because then you have to like like let's say theoretically this goes to a court of law. You then have to explain satire to the court, right? And like that like I'm sure
Exactly. And the
like
court don't give a
90
shit about satire.
exactly. So like it's just best again, especially when you're trying to like you're not just goofing on him. You're presenting a serious case against Quantum to be off the platform. So you can't show any holes in your defense.
Right.
And he showed massive holes, unfortunately.
Yes, very much so. All right.
This situation was a very big overreaction to that. As many other people have already discussed, I am extremely fearful that this is something that can trickle down to anybody, especially people making videos talking about really dark topics or very serious things that may or may not involve other creators. A lot of content creators here on this platform, not just myself, take time into looking into things that we think are really serious subjects that need to be discussed. TheActMan was essentially doing somebody at YouTube's job by saying, hey, Quantum TV is breaking all of these guidelines and something should be done about it. Somebody else should have already been realizing that because this person has over 60.
That still don't make the fact that he still did a tweet joking about doxing people who work at YouTube. That was still fucking dumb, no matter if he did the work for them or not. Listen, YouTube, we all know YouTube doesn't exactly do. That same person I was telling you about that did the Google Maps on someone, they still have their YouTube channel.
Right, and like it's good to call that out. Don't get me wrong, it's good to call that out, but it's like you have to approach things in the proper way.
You have to approach things the proper way. Yes.
1,000 subscribers, he has a pretty large fan base at this point, a fan base wide enough that where if he's doing something wrong like this, including ban evading, they should be aware of that and should be doing something about that. And with the knowledge of it, still nothing has happened. So let's get into Quantum TV a little bit here. Quantum TV has been accused of breaking multiple community guidelines, including ban evading from a platform that he has tried to hide. It's a really long story, but essentially he tried to ban evade from a previous account that was banned, but then he tried to change the link to show that it wasn't banned, and in TheActMan's video he showed that the account was changed by using the Wayback Machine, and it was a really long, detailed story. It chalked up to him trying to ban evade, so the account he's using is an account that should already have been reported and removed. In my opinion, whether or not you think ban evading is something that people should do on this platform is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, they do still remove accounts from ban evading, and if they're going to remove one account from ban evading, they should be doing it to every account who ban evades if they want to say that their rules and policy are on an equal playing field. So if ban evading is against their policies and they quickly take down so many of these accounts that try to come back, they should be doing that to everybody.
Here's my whole point about Quantum, all right? If people would stop talking about him, he's one of those kind of creators, if you stop talking about him, he would, because he doesn't get that great views anyway.
No, he's like sick, like I think he's 66K.
Yeah.
And he gets 1K views usually on his videos.
Exactly. So honestly, if you stop talking about him and just act like he doesn't exist, guess what? Nobody will talk to him. He doesn't gain any notoriety. All these people against Quantum that are talking about Quantum, not saying they can't talk about Quantum, don't get me wrong. You can talk about
right.
too. But you're making Quantum gain notoriety. Do you really want them known for something? And if you act like he doesn't exist, who the hell is Quantum? I didn't know who the hell Quantum was before this.
Yeah, and like neither did I. I only found out through Tipster. The reason why.
Go ahead.
The reason why I did the videos on it was because like it was a drama that I understand that a lot, especially the creators who've been around longer than me are tired of the copyright stuff, but for me that was my first story involving copyright, right? I missed the Susie Lou train.
Yeah.
So that was fun to cover because it was a situation that didn't involve essay, it didn't involve
amen.
It didn't involve children grooming allegations at all. It was pure and fun drama to me. So here's a narcissist on YouTube you get to dunk on. That's fun.
I totally get it. it. But I mean YouTube is kind of notorious to you know, like some people slide on this, some people don't. Some people can't even fart sideways before they're kicked off. And then some people, they get away with just about anything and they're still there, you know?
Right, like one of one of Augie's one of his most popular videos is calling out a dude who like abused his cat in a video. And it was up for like the longest time till Augie and a bunch of others made their videos on it, pointed it out, and then the video, rightfully so, was removed, and then his channel was taken down, I believe.
Right. And I think another thing too with this TheActMan thing, I think this whole TheActMan and Quantum, they're actually two situations that are getting convoluted, honestly.
Oh, for sure.
Because TheActMan losing his demonetization, I think it's because of those tweets. I think those tweets fucked him over. That has
if he didn't make those tweets,
that has nothing to do with Quantum because he made those tweets.
Yeah, exactly. And I wish he didn't make those tweets, because if he didn't make those tweets, his arguments would be a heck of a lot stronger. Right. Especially when we go into his behavior after those tweets too.
Yep. Oh God, yes, that's where he pissed me off.
Whether you think that it's something they should be doing to anybody or not. Does that make sense? I hope it does. The next thing is doxing and harassing. Obviously, we talked about this a little bit already. He has talked about doxing other YouTubers after this situation had taken place. He, of course, also found the TheActMan's mother's number and called her. There has been some argument and debate on whether or not this is doxing. Either way, I think this is a huge invasion of privacy, and I personally would consider that to be doxing, in my opinion. But I know some people disagree. I think at the very least, it's completely unacceptable to do. He has, of course, been accused of false striking people's videos, some of which have been taken down. And lastly, what has gotten a lot of people even angrier at YouTube is the fact that Quantum TV had said a lot of really horrific things that were very, very blatantly hateful. They weren't things that would even be considered as edgy jokes. He literally said to...
You have LGBT kissing in church, but we're bigots for rejecting this hateful content. Ugh. Why weren't you a Pulse victim? Shake my head. The world would be a better place without you. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Quantum TV is a piece of shit.
No, without a doubt. And this isn't even like an edgy joke, because like someone responds to him and he goes further in detail about like why, like, no, we need less of them. Which is funny for my part personally.
Skip says, I mean, if the consensus is the only way to get in touch with YouTube is on Twitter, then hell yeah, his tweets are probably a huge reason why. Absolutely. And yeah, unfortunately, the only way to get a hold of YouTube is through Twitter. Honestly, unless that you're so high up in numbers that you have a direct contact.
Yeah, unless you're in the position like PewDiePie, like Charlie, like a few other creators, unfortunately, you have to go the Twitter route. Yep. And you're lucky if that even works, because sometimes they don't respond. So like you have to make I don't know if this is like, you have to make a false tweet about your YouTube Premium not working.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen people put like an actual tweet, and then somebody come up like an actual tweet to Team YouTube, and then somebody come over because they'll notice that YouTube didn't say anything, and then somebody underneath and go, "Hey, at Team YouTube, I have a question about my Premium," and then they popped right up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, I've seen it.
So like it's so frustrating. It's like and like obviously I've never experienced this, but like I can only imagine for like the creators who do have to go through that. It would be unimaginably frustrating.
I don't know why they're talking about the Lord, I'm gonna be honest. All right, let's keep going.
Somebody that they should have been a Pulse victim. I don't know how you could sit there and say that to somebody and then not call yourself a bad or hateful person. There has been a lot of backlash against Team YouTube's Twitter account, because while all of this was going on, they have been sharing a lot of Pride Month stuff. Every tweet had been responded to with lots of criticism, and it had gotten to the point where they eventually turned off the replies.
Guys, I'm not just a hateful person. I just want this certain group of people gone from existence.
Right. Oh God, disgusting.
Not a good situation for YouTube. By the way, I'm not encouraging anyone to go and harass YouTube or YouTube's Twitter account by any means. I'm just explaining what has already happened. I will say, though, that this feels like the most corporate thing ever, and people do have a right to be...
Becky says, I don't think it's doxing because his family number is in the phone book. Do you know the family number is in the phone book? How do you know the family numbers in the phone book? Who even has phone books anymore?
Right.
I haven't
like,
seen a phone book in like 15 years.
And like plus two, I feel like there are unwritten rules when it comes to the online space. Yeah, let's talk crap about each other in this online space, on Twitter, in Discord, on the YouTube videos. But as soon as you involve life ruination stuff, as Medicare calls it, like you go after my job, you go after like my family members, that's a line you do not cross under any circumstances.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Upset about it. Now, speaking of Twitter, for some reason, this caused JayStation, of all people, to crawl out of the deepest depths of the internet. For the past week, he's been having a field day defending Quantum TV, criticizing TheActMan, and even making jabs at YouTubers like Moist Critical.
Half the people that you guys look up to are, in reality, losers, bro. Let's be real, okay? Like, if you ever see a dude who's wearing the same greasy-ass white shirt and has got longer hair than your girlfriend, you just wait until you're older and you'll figure it out. But these guys' opinions aren't gold, okay? Like, these people have wrong takes, and they're obviously supporting cancel culture.
To sum it up, basically JayStation is calling TheActMan out for trying to deplatform Quantum TV. He also went on an entire spiel about how the people that called for JayStation's ban are now siding with TheActMan after being demonetized. JayStation, buddy, this is not your redemption arc. We didn't forget how you treated your ex-girlfriends, how you tricked your young fans into thinking one of your girlfriends died, the way you disrespected the recently deceased for your YouTube content, and how you spent a night alone in a hotel room with a minor.
Oh yeah, we all saw that Nerd City and Clown video. Oh, absolutely. JayStation's a piece of shit too, but it still was funny what Tommy did. I'm sorry, I still.
Oh yeah, well, it was funny. It was
on
funny.
another Twitter issue though. Well, I think everybody is on the same page that what happened.
Yes, he called Moist Critical greasy. I know. My chat is a bunch of fans of Moist Critical. I can't even play a Moist Critical video without them not paying attention. They don't even care what like. I can put it on mute and they will be just as happy to watch it. They don't care what's coming out of his mouth. It's ridiculous here.
As a metal fan, I respect the hair. I will say, I respect the hair.
What did Taylor say? Did he just call? Oh, and Taylor, exactly. People who harp on that technicality just want an excuse to be a dirtbag. What did Taylor? Oh yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. All right, let's go. Small hands, y'all leave Charlie alone. Charlie's a little cutie. Bless his little heart. You can't call YouTube Jesus greasy. I know that's right. See, I'm telling you. You mention Moist Critical and they start going on a fucking tangent. I'm telling you. It's horrible. Okay, y'all. All right. We're getting past the point of Moist Critical, okay? He called Moist Critical greasy. I understand y'all are ready to go and defend Moist Critical against JayStation, but JayStation already doesn't have a platform, okay? So calm down.
They're just mesmerized by when Moist Critical talks about like, so anyway, yeah, I goat seed their butthole and then I died into it.
You better watch out. You don't joke on him. My chat will get you. These bitches will cut you. I promise. They love some Charlie.
I like Charlie too, guys.
TheActMan is completely unjustified. There seems to be a bit to critique on him as well. He seems to be having quite a few outbursts over the past few days of anybody who tries to question anything regarding the situation. And some of this could just be due to the fact that emotions are high right now. I mean, this man did just lose his entire income, and that's a pretty stressful situation. But there are some things that I think he has also taken way too far. I think this reached its peak the other day when TheActMan had threatened to try.
Okay, so this is the video that she's talking about here. Tommy C got JayStation because this is after ActMan was acting a damn fool on Twitter. Okay? ActMan started, well, basically if you're asking him questions, and why in the hell are you supporting Quantum? And it could be just you asking questions. So what Tommy C did was, he put up a short on his video. We're going to watch it real quick. It's only 52 seconds long.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another 3 a.m. challenge. Today, we are calling Ant-Man's mom.
Notice he said Ant-Man, so it's a parody. All right, let's go.
At 3 a.m. Oh my god, what is she gonna do, guys? Let's smash the like button right now, guys. Let's get it. All right, guys, we got Mommy Ant-Man's phone number right here. I am so scared to do this. Okay, we're gonna call her. It's calling right now. Okay, I don't know if she's gonna pick up.
Hello?
Hello, is this Ant-Man's mom?
Who's calling?
What up, bitch?
Yeah, and like let me be clear here. Like, ActMan doesn't have to like the joke whatsoever.
Of course not.
Like me personally, like I like if I mean, God forbid, if any of my family members somehow got involved in like online drama, right? I would not take it well if people started joking about them. And like, even if ActMan just made like a rant tweet about the video itself, I think that would have been fine. Like, yeah, you could say it's cringy or anything like that. I think though it would have been fine. Right. However, in this tweet, he advocates for Tommy's channel being striked.
He goes, while hilarious, unfortunately now Tommy C has uploaded content from a user with a previous restriction. Therefore, YouTube is well within their rights to take action against him in his video. Congratulations, dipshit, you played yourself. That's not honestly how YouTube works. YouTube, you see all the time where people who have been banned off of YouTube, they can go on someone's show and like do an interview. Or stuff like that. So
the only platform I've seen where that's not acceptable to do whatsoever is on Twitch.
Right. Twitch, you're not even supposed to talk about them on Twitch. If somebody's banned off of Twitch, you can't even talk about them, let alone even play a game with them where their voice is in the background.
Right, like for example, like there's a guy who like analyzes chess tournaments, and Dr. Disrespect was in a chess tournament, and for even like I think it was even showing like his username and stuff. His he got suspended for a little bit.
All right, let's keep.
So
going.
like they.
Oh, go ahead. So like they what?
They keep a tight leash.
Twitch is also really big about Twitch is also really big about off-platform behavior too. Now, granted, YouTube does have the rule about off-platform behavior. They just have that rule sitting in their back pocket going, aha, I'm going to use this. I think that's what they did to ActMan. But with the joke that joke that he did, I don't blame them, because just read. How are they supposed to know it's a joke? You know, half of them are normies. They don't know that's a joke.
Right, and like even like let's take EDP for example, or like Austin Jones or R. Kelly even, like, because R. Kelly's official YouTube channel is taken down, and it's because of his obviously they're horrendous behavior off the platform.
Well, that and it usually takes convictions too, like Lion Maker. Lion Maker got kicked off because he got convicted. Now, when he came back, they got him for ban evading, but he was still convicted. You know what I'm saying? Where you still have Mini Lad still has his channel.
Yeah, and that's because he never went to court over it. I'm sure like if Mini Lad's victims took him to court, and if they won, his channel would have been yeeted a long time ago.
But yet he has 2 confessions on his channel. See, you see the problem there? So we all know how YouTube works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we all know how it works. Like I said, that one creator, they still have their channel. They showed a whole goddamn Google map, like the Google Maps of the house. You saw the kids' toys in the fucking the front yard. You saw the kids' toys chilling in the front yard. That person still has a channel.
Yeah, and it's like it's frustrating sad because of the flip-floppiness of their rules. Right. Like I can still hate the rule, but like you can understand if they're being consistent with said rule.
Right.
But like when there's flip-floppiness, it's just like it's a hard road to go down.
Right. Yeah, Alex, Raina says Alex Jones was the guest on a couple of live streams on YouTube. Yeah. Joe Rogan had Alex Jones on. Joe Rogan had actually a
Oh
couple
my
people
God.
who've been, kicked off the platform. I mean,
And-
yeah. All right, so let's keep going with this.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have another creator's YouTube channel striked. So as much as I dislike JayStation, there's another creator named Tommy C who basically had JayStation make a short parody clip of the situation. And at the end of the day, this wasn't necessarily hurting anybody. This wasn't ban evading. JayStation wasn't trying to come back on the Tommy C's channel. But
Right.
this DM was leaked and spread around all over Twitter.
All right, and in this DM, apparently TheActMan DM'd Nicholas Diorio.
Mhm.
Welcome to the commentary community there, ActMan, because what happens in the commentary community is they'll ride hard with you until you show yourself to be a snitch. Now,
Oh,
what
God,
ActMan said to Diorio, oh boy, Tommy C about to get a strike if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, oh my God. I remember DMing Nick because like I saw this and like I saw red. Like I did a stream like an hour after these like DMs started coming out and everything. And so I DM Nick and I go, hey, I might be like I'm being reactionary right now. I need someone like who's logical right now. Am I overstepping here? Making like
This-
a big deal about these tweets, and he says, "Nope, you're 100% right."
T3 podcast, Origami, says Keemstar is about to have Leafy on a podcast on the platform tomorrow. Leafy is banned off the platform. Keemstar should get a strike by ActMan's logic. Yeah, by ActMan's logic. ActMan doesn't have any logic. ActMan is a fucking snitch. I'm sorry. I have felt from the very beginning, and I didn't say it like on my YouTube channel. I did not say it. I was saying it behind the scenes. Y'all can even ask Willie. I've told Willie. I'm telling you, he gives me snitch vibes. And what happened? He was talking about snitching.
Yeah, and like to re-emphasize this point, if he had just made a tweet saying, "Hey, that wasn't cool what you did," like
Totally
it's cringy,
understandable.
but it's understandable.
It
Yeah,
would be listen, if ActMan said, yo, Tommy, I think that was a little bit out of line, I get it. I understand that. And I wouldn't even got mad at him. You know what? I mean, because a joke is not for everybody, all right? And I would even understand if he didn't like the joke. Okay, I get it. But you're going to go in somebody's DMs and say, oh, he's about to get a strike if I have anything to say about it. That means you're a fucking snitch. I don't trust snitches.
exactly.
And once I see that you're a snitch, I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore. Skip says YouTube has never been consistent. That's the only expectation people should have. Period. Exactly. That's exactly right. What Taylor says, the commentary community is not Vegas. What does that mean, Taylor? What?
Yeah, I'm a bit confused.
That one throws me off. I don't understand what that means, Taylor.
Yeah, because you don't win in Vegas. So, but
no, I mean, he thought that he was going to go to somebody and say, oh, I'm going to get him strike. This last thing I do, or however he said it, is strike if I have anything to say about it. You're a snitch, dude. Did you really think that wasn't... Listen, that's where a lot of people were riding for him, and then they saw, boom, he was a snitch. I don't trust snitches. I'm sorry. The dude has snitch vibes. The dude has, you have to believe everything I say, and if you question one thing, you're obviously for the opposition. That I'm sorry, I don't rock with that. I don't rock with that. I don't. And it's as much of a hard time, in my opinion, Willie should not have had a hard time like he was having just to get basic fucking information.
agree.
It was ridiculous. What Tam say? Oh, commentary bros will share all your shit if they stop trusting you. Yeah, and honestly, I think that should have been shared. Shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I understand people get into like this. Is it okay to leak DMs? But if you're being a snake behind the scenes, then without question, leak
Yeah,
that.
well, yeah. See, I'm not about leaking DMs. Like for me personally, the only way I would leak a DM is because I have leaked, I think, one DM. like on Twitter, and that was some other situation, but it had to be shown. All right, it's one of those things. I'm not one of those that go and willy nilly leak DMs. I'm not doing that.
Oh, like here's my
has to
line,
be-
right?
It has to be a situation where it needs to be done.
Right. My line is like if you said something to me in a DM and you're openly saying the opposite, or you're saying that like you're saying something about me that I know you definitely don't believe, or like unless, like, my point is, unless you're like directly lying and I have proof that you're lying, I'm generally not going to leak DMs.
Right. Yeah, no, I get you.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's a pick and choose type of situation. I'm not going to do it
Exactly.
unless
It
it's absolutely
depends.
necessary. It has to be
It
absolutely
depends on the
necessary.
situation.
Right. Right.
And I think that that's just taking it way too far. And that's coming from somebody who really, really does not like JayStation. Going back to the YouTube side of things, however, there are a few other things that make me really concerned and confused as a creator and a viewer. So many YouTubers have covered this situation so far, but it seems like some creators who have covered this are really getting hit with YouTube. YouTube has always, every few months, at least in my creator studio, put up a notification where you can take this type of survey and you can give them feedback on everything. I think if you're constantly asking for your community to give
Skip is like, yeah, you lie on me, I'm showing the class. I know that's right. What's up, Cab?
feedback, that you should be a little bit more open to issues taking place here. I can understand that this feels a little bit different than a survey, but at the same time, I think these are things that needed to be addressed and discussed. For the past couple of years, I've noticed that YouTube has really started to take notice of people making commentary or drama or whatever type of videos that are basically talking and discussing other YouTubers.
Yeah, she's going into shit that, quite honestly,
isn't relevant.
It's irrelevant to the story. I mean, I get what she's saying. I know what she's saying. I remember at one point they were, oh my God, it was like 2-3 years ago, and they were changing their shit up about how many times you can talk about somebody in a row. And like we call them drama channels, not T channels, because they never called themselves T channels, by the way. I could give you the history of that. But anyway, the drama channels were freaking the fuck out going, oh my God, shit. But then they said they'd be grandfathered in, so it was okay. But now you have to be careful about how many times you talk about somebody, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's how Leafy got banned, was because he made too many, in YouTube's eyes.
Ooh, you there? You got cut off.
Oh, am I cut off? Shoot.
Okay, you're good now. You're good now. You're good now. You said that's why Leafy got banned, cause what?
Because he made, in YouTube's eyes, he made too many videos on Pokimane.
Well, Leafy was also, okay, so technically you're not supposed to clickbait, like your thumbnails, whatever, and he was doing fucking thumbnails with Pokimane on it and not talking about Pokimane.
Right. Like the joke, like, and I think that was like the intended joke, was that like, well, here's an epic expose video on Pokimane, and then he would like talk about stocks.
Okay, Willie Mac, you can join general if you want. I'm in Mudslingers. You can just pop in if you want. Willie Mac said, that's not how Leafy got banned. Nobody knows how Leafy got banned. That was just a guess. Okay. Oh, that's right, because they never told him.
My bad.
Technically, they never told him.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
But if he
that
pops up with the channel now, it's gone within like a day.
Oh yeah, like a week if he's lucky. But like that reason why I said the Pokemon thing, but that was like how I understood it.
Yeah, that's how I always understood it too. But look, to me, this ActMan dude. Oh, and by the way, Willie, I hope your apartment stuff got straightened out. Willie's apartment got flooded for like the third damn time, dude.
I know, it's through the light bulbs too.
Spicy. Right now is not the time. But yeah, no, yeah, dude. He said video out on Saturday. I told y'all 7 to 10 business days. 7 to 10 business days. Oh, hello.
Hey, Willie.
What's up,
Yo,
Willie?
what's up, Nerdy John? Yeah, no, Leafy, like, people think, like, some people still think it's the, like, Ethan Klein joke at the end of his video where it was, like, Ethan Klein, like, eating his wife or whatever and then jumping off a cliff. Like, nobody knows, dude.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Nobody knows what it is.
So how's the video coming? How are you doing?
I think it's good. I got, like, 3 videos here, and then I gotta somehow connect all 3 of them together. So that's the challenge. My apartment is like 90 million degrees. The AC is broken. They were supposed to fix it because we went to we're moving in November again, so we went away for the weekend. They're like supposed to come here and deal with anything. Nobody showed up. Still fucking wet. Smells like asshole. And it's 90
Dude,
degrees.
That's not healthy. I mean, you can get like black mold and shit.
Literally
like
in my bathroom, there's the ceiling dips 4 inches and it's just filled with water.
Oh my god, dude.
So
Holy
we went
shit.
and we like raised hell to the apartment people to do. And they're coming. I mean, dude, I don't know if they're coming. They keep saying they're coming. All right, they said like, all right, tomorrow, and she like made it certain like, no, it's impossible. Everybody's gonna be there. We're gonna have a mold check. We're gonna get money off our all this stuff apparently, right? I don't believe it until it happens.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you because this is
But-
the 3rd time this happened to you, isn't it?
It's the 3rd time, man. It's the 3rd time.
Right, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was telling
Yeah,
telling
no,
Nerdy
it's
John.
fresh hell.
I was telling Nerdy John how I was on the we were on Discord and we were talking when like that ninjishin dude blocked you. And it was like, dude, I mean, it shouldn't have been so hard for you to get the information that you needed. It shouldn't have been
It really
that
shouldn't
hard.
have been.
No, it's not. What was more annoying is people framing my question as if I was just asking if Quantum ever took down a video. It's like fucking so annoying, dude. Yeah, no, everybody was just being a pain in the ass. I'd rather people just tell me to fuck off and we just figure it out than them just constantly come in and just pretend they're giving me the information they need or I need and it not be it.
But you're not doing your research. You didn't watch all those videos, Willie.
Dude, I did watch these fucking videos. Dude, these videos are ass, bro. They don't have any of the shit I need.
I swear to God,
know,
if I
it's like,
saw
all right,
that shit
dude.
one more damn time, I was gonna fucking scream. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I like part of me is just like everyone's just being a spaz. The other part of me is just like it's so annoying because it's like I don't know. I just felt like everybody was being really annoying and sensitive about it, which is hilarious because like I feel like when I was making my T channel videos, for some reason people were shitting all those on them for being that way, but they cooperated way more than anybody in this story.
Well, that's
if
what
that
I
makes
don't
sense.
get. If somebody's trying to help you, then why don't you have everything on the ready and just hand it to them and give whatever explanation you need?
Because they
to get
didn't.
them?
I genuinely don't think they actually had the info on that, and they just said yes, and they're like, "Well, fuck, we don't actually like have anything there for that." Like,
Dude.
they don't. Like I don't think like anybody realized that Mischief's video never actually was taken down. He never appealed. He just deleted it on his own.
Right. And,
Like no, I don't think anybody knew that. I'm just like the only person to ask that. So when I went in and started double check other shit, everyone like started spazzing and freaking out.
Yeah, and I know why he did that too, because and Tipster covered this back when he was still doing the commentary stuff. Mischief was in a situation with another gaming creator where that person did strike his video. So his logic behind the quantum stuff was just delete the video because he didn't want to deal with the headache.
That's
And,
fine. I'm not insulting Mischief for that. I was just trying to figure out a detail of the story, and everyone got defensive about it for no reason.
Well, there is a difference between Quantum TV actually taking the video down versus someone taking the video down themselves.
There is a
Right,
difference, but at the end of the day, like Quantum's trying to do the same thing either way, so he sucks.
Right,
But
yeah,
the key difference is it really a failure of YouTube's copyright system if nobody's appealing? Well, no, it's not then. So that's the part of the story I was just trying to figure out. We're talking about all this copyright abuse. Is he really abused? Is the system really being abused if nobody just appeals?
I mean,
I don't know.
Right,
Right. That's why it's important to know that for the story.
And it's important to show if like Quantum had any influence or power over those takedowns,
So the only takedown I got is from like a year ago. I'm assuming Ninjishin maybe has one. I don't fucking know. The guy never.
You still
never
haven't
talked to
gotten
me.
anything from him?
No, I don't. I have like the emails TheActMan sent me, but those emails don't actually say if something was appealed. So I just want to clarify. That's all I wanted to do. And he blocked me.
Mhm.
So
Well, then
is
you
what
know
it is.
what? They can't get mad and they can't say you didn't try to get the information.
No, so it's like how much like I'm writing this video and I'm like, does it just sound like me fucking bitching when I'm complaining about all these people just being fucking pain in the asses to their own movement? Is this worth me putting in here? Just me bitching about these people? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not. And I've gone back and forth on it.
I don't know. I already told you what you need to say because I'm over all of them.
Like, yeah, why be? I don't know. It's at a certain point. Has TheActMan been completely quiet on Twitter since this all happened?
He's actually, listen, since that whole Tommy C thing, he's actually been good.
Hey, dude, maybe that's it. Because I told him, dude, for all the shit that's like him being homophobic or whatever, Quantum being homophobic and wanting to yell at him for that and wanting YouTube to do something. I told him, dude, if you're going to go with that angle, have other people fight that battle for you.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck in the fucking trenches with that one, dude.
Yeah. He should have been like, unless like it's like unless it's a creator like you asking for information or like to promote videos talking about the situation, he should have been like lights out on like Twitter stuff.
Yeah.
It would have helped him so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope he's just taking the time off, and then if he comes back to deal with this more, he just refocuses and recalibrates. That
100%.
or he's like sitting there all these days later like, yeah, this will never get fixed. Now I'm just demonetized and completely screwed. It's either one of those. He's either in like complete doomer mode or he's just rethinking how he wants to do this. Because the main problem with the fucking movement is the movement's had no focus, and the two biggest thing it focused on, I thought, was just a complete waste of time. If the focus of the movement is to ban Quantum, that is not a good cause. That is a waste of time, right? It should be, how do we implement something so a guy like Quantum can't come around and do this shit again, right? How do we fix these systems in place? Should have been the name of the movement. Should have been offering solutions. Instead, it's like, if YouTube doesn't ban Quantum, they hate the LGBT community. Who does that help? Is that fair to people working at YouTube? Like, it's crazy. Right. They got a billion people on this website, a billion unique people on this website. And because they don't look at Quantum's deleted Discord or tweets from 4 years ago, they're all homophobic, everyone who works at that site. It's insane. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
what kind of precedent does that set? What if I find an old tweet from TheActman of him saying homophobic shit? And I go, YouTube, you don't ban this guy.
They got an old tweet of TheActman saying the N-word with the hard R.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, it's just not even a good precedent to set that you're going to go ahead and ban people for old shit. Even if the dude still believes in it, it's just not a good precedent to fucking set. That's a whole can of worms. I don't even like opening up.
Listen, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And that's exactly how I feel like TheActman was acting. He acted like he lived in a glass house, but he was throwing stones left and right going, dude, what?
Yeah.
It's just, what part of banning Quantum's even like a noble cause?
Yeah, Skip, it was like pick a side, yes.
He literally, dude, there's a part where it's like during the Tommy shit, and I know he was mad, dude. He literally was telling me like, you got to figure out what side you're on. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm not 12. Like, what do you? How can I look at this and not laugh? That's a ridiculous thing to say.
I don't know how you feel about this part, but like, I think TheActman's argument would have been way stronger if he focused a lot more on the intimidation and harassment of his family members. Personally, I feel like his argument would have been way stronger if those were more of the focal points.
Dude, the intimidation and harassment, I get it. It was completely wrong for that guy to do, but at the same time, journalists call family members all the time for shit. If TheActman went to jail and somebody went to write an article, a journalist would look up his family members, call them to check on what if they know anything with TheActman. It's just not going to be seen that way.
Yeah,
I just don't think by YouTube.
I don't know, dude. I think
it's completely inappropriate and it's wrong, but I just don't
that.
see a world where they view it that way.
Well, here's my thing. I think he should have just stayed with, why did y'all demonetize my shit? But then again, he was, okay, I get that tweet was a joke. I do. But
you can't make that tweet.
In the fuck would you do that to the people who fucking pay you? That wouldn't work at your job, would it? Just
you couldn't do that at fucking Walmart.
Exactly.
Like, why could you do that here? It's a crazy thing to tweet. No, I think I just wish what he did is tweet aside. he makes that tweet. He just goes, "Hey, I apologize for this. I'm mad because this guy's been doing this. Let's work together and figure out some rules so we could help the creators of the future, right? How can we prevent abuse of the copyright system? How can we go ahead and prevent, somebody from calling my mom and deter that, right? How can we deter that shit?
I mean, it just
what
seems
policy
like to
can
me,
we put in place?
It seems like to me that Quantum was out here, even if people like didn't fight or whatever. But it seems like to me, Quantum was making attempt after attempt after attempt after attempt on multiple people. To me, that should send a red flag to YouTube on Quantum, going, "Wait a minute, why is he going around trying to copyright all these people?"
Then the conversation of that, the instant you focus it to you work at YouTube, you must hate gay people, you're just going to lose them. Who's going to sit there at YouTube and be down to do that?
Well, pick a side was if you support YouTube supports pedophiles. Remember
that was a fucking disaster, dude.
Oh my god, I remember getting into
TheActMan started going to every sponsorship and started tweeting at him. There's a chance he'd get an answer, but he knows every YouTuber would fucking eat him alive if he did that.
Yeah,
right.
You know, Matt Watson had nothing to lose. That guy was just sending it.
Yeah, and the oh my god, I remember during the hashtag pick a side thing, it was so frustrating because I saw people like make arguments of like against people like Kavos, oh you must have enjoyed the Epstein flight, and like when I pointed it out to someone who like was on Maximilian, what was
hold
his?
on 1 second, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
Go on, Nerdy John.
I'm forgetting his full username, but Matt, but like the guy who was behind like the pick a side movement.
Yeah, Matt, what it is.
And
then Mama Max was.
I'm sorry, Mama Max was
the most recent one.
When Mama Max like made that tweet, and then like his like when people started like saying, "Hey, like this isn't like maybe what you should be doing," his like people who supported like his side of the movement started saying stuff like, "Oh, you must have really enjoyed the Epstein flights." And then when like I knew a guy who supported the Mama Max during that situation. I was like, dude, what do you think about why is this acceptable to do in this movement, right? And he goes, well, like they're not necessarily like wrong to make those statements. And it's
there's a big enough movement. You're going to have crazy people in it. That's just how it is. You're going to have people that are going to take it to the most emotional extreme. That's super normal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if it was ActMan's fans just essentially telling me that I'm a big Quantum TV supporter, that wouldn't bother me because I understand that that's just how that works, right? I get that. That makes sense. It's like Grimsy made a video on me where he didn't like my quartering video.
Oh, yeah.
And I had fans telling him like, Willie Mac makes the most original videos ever. That quartering video, you can say what you want. It's one of my favorite videos. It's fucking hilarious. It's not original.
It was funny.
You know? It's just when you have fans and you have a big enough movement, you're gonna have people that feel that way. So I don't have any issues with that. When the head of the movement starts doing crazy shit, that's where I have a problem, because that's when your fans will even do crazier shit beyond that. They'll take it to the next level after.
Evil Eye said, I think I'm going to start going to advertisers. Yeah, that's not going to fuck over YouTubers. That's horrible.
I want to point out, too, I'm not convinced going to advertisers in 2022 even does anything anymore. Because, like, back in 2018, 2017, YouTube was so much smaller than it is now. Yeah. YouTube's way bigger.
But I don't know if that... It grew big because of the panini we were in. Because of Corona. It grew big because everybody was sitting at home going, I think I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I think I can do it. And
YouTube's like, I think it's like triple the size it was back then or something. It's not even close. So you're going to tell them, it might be even more. I don't know the exact numbers, but like I don't think the same things will shake the site like it did back in the day, if that makes sense.
No.
There needs to be an understanding that when it comes to these platforms, YouTube's not that doesn't side with every video uploaded on their website. They just host it.
Yes.
Right.
You know, it's like they aren't, you're the person saying it's the person saying it. They just have a fucking website you could post to. It's like the most immature fucking conversation ever that even needs to be said. I don't understand that.
No, I get it. Listen, I seen more shit with smaller channels doing some nasty, nasty ass shit.
If you're a small channel, if you were under, 500K, 200K, I think really 500K, you could kind of get away with a lot.
They get away with too much.
Yeah, because how are they gonna? A YouTube employee's got to take time out of his workday to sit here, look through all this shit. If you're citing shit where he has to log into Discord and then he's got to like verify his account and to get into this Discord, and then they have to give him he's not gonna do that shit. Just not. I would be. Can you imagine being at work and you got a customer like, all right, can you come to my house? All right, now knock on the door. All right, open the back cat. You'd be like, no, I'm not doing that shit. You can bring it to me. If it's just screenshots, I'm not looking at it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't the fucking police. These guys get paid probably like $15 an hour to look at this shit. Of course, TOS is going to be implemented poorly. Because it's like these guys get paid fucking nothing. They're probably licensed out.
Yeah. No,
they're probably outsourced.
No, you're probably right. It's just, I don't know. I feel like sometimes people expect probably a little bit too much from YouTube. And then I think sometimes, and this happens a lot in the small communities too, like the anti-communities and whatever, sometimes they will be on like Twitter preaching the good word of the TOS, but they don't realize they're breaking TOS when they're on their own channels because they honestly don't understand the TOS anyway. And then you have a bunch of people, you have a bunch of people preaching this shit. Well, that's against TOS. They should lose their channel. Do you not realize that you can lose your channel for the same shit, you dumbass?
Yeah, I feel like
it's
every
also
channel...
TOS is purposely vague as hell, so you can interpret somebody's ban at all times.
Right.
TOS
I
is
feel
fake. TOS is completely like an illusion that there's a bunch of really clear rules and there's not.
Yeah,
all right? They're enforced however they want. Anybody who's like, it's an invasion of TOS or this or that, they can interpret it however they want because it's purposely left vague.
I don't know. It seems like to me, Quantum's the type of dude, and I'm sorry, John, you can talk right after I finish this point. And I said this to John earlier. It seems like to me, Quantum is the type of dude that, honestly, if everybody would stop talking about him and giving him notoriety, he's going to fade away. Because he's not even getting the views compared to how many people he has sub to him.
No, his viewership is only, his past few videos have only done okay because most of the videos are there, or most of the people are there to just dislike him. The videos. If you look at his dislike ratio, it's like 80% dislike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's getting ratioed.
Yeah, but so all these viewerships are just because he's able to still talk about like ActMan and shit. Still talk about Review Tech USA.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is like to go along with TOS being vague, like whether you're a channel about vlogs, whether you're a channel about movies or like commentary stuff, I feel like everyone on the platform has violated TOS in some way, shape, and form, unintentionally even.
Yeah.
No. You only violate TOS if they want you to violate TOS. You have violated TOS.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with, have I violated or not? You did violate it if they want you to. That's just how it works. This whole thing, there's fucking years and years of fucking people getting banned by that. Like, we know how this shit works. I hate this fucking thing where all these fucking newbies from the mainstream, like all these gamers are just like, wait a minute, I'm just like, fucking wake up. This has been going on forever. You guys fucking idiots. You guys are all like, this is unfair. Can you believe it? Yes, I can believe it. I've watched it forever, dude. This has gone on for years.
I feel like you're going to be a happier person once you have this video out and done and over with.
I just cannot. It's just the normies come in and it's like, I don't know, man. You know how, that one guy's going around and he's just like, who was it? Who's the guy that came up with the theory the world was round and like the church and the government just like kicked him out and shit?
Oh, I want to say,
was it Newton or something? I don't know. Either way, I was just like, I felt like I was doing that. I was like, hey guys, pretty sure you figured out. The Greeks did it like 2,000 years ago. The Earth's fucking around, and all these people are just like, I just can't do it.
Right.
You've been through hell with this video.
What's annoying, Xylie, is it's not even like this interesting conversation we could have. All these talking points have been talked about for fucking years. Going on 5 years.
Well, and that's okay. So what annoyed me honestly, I'm to the point with TheActMan, whatever happens, happens. I'm not fighting for the dude. To me, he's a scumbag. I'm sorry. If you're a snitch, you're a scumbag to me. And that's just from life experience in my book. You know, I knew in my heart I knew he was a snitch. In my heart of hearts, I knew he was a snitch from seeing him in Tommy's chat, from seeing him on Twitter. What drew the line for me is when he was getting on you, and on open Twitter, he basically calls you a quantum fan, and I'm like, what?
He didn't basically, he did.
Yeah,
he's like,
and I know that's BS personally.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna rehabilitate Quantum. How about that? We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him to. I'll take him to a gay bar.
Oh no.
Yeah, it'll be like.
He probably does have some suppressed desires because
he'll take me to his favorite vegan place or whatever. That is. Did you watch the video, Xylie, where he says he can't be gay because he's vegan?
Yeah.
He said that he can't be homophobic because he's vegan, and most of the places
that are vegan, most are LGBT owned.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he can't be homophobic because he's vegan, because most vegan places are ran by gay people.
I'm not gonna lie.
What he said.
Every Quantum video I watch, I mean, it's so bad, right? It's so bad. It feels like he's trolling. It's so bad.
Yeah, and, but
it's the most entertaining videos I've ever watched. I've watched like 40 of his videos at this point.
Oh, but what's
he's
amazing? What's amazing is it's not a troll. He legit it's not even like he's intentionally trying to be malicious to a certain extent. He legitimately believes every action he's taken is 100% justified. He believes he's the hero in the story.
Yeah, no, it's clear he just doesn't understand. I just legitimately at this point believe that he does not understand how copyright works.
He does not. No.
I have to. My only ways of communicating to Quantum is I have to message his friend, who then texts Quantum, who then screenshots that and sends it back to me. It's so fucking annoying. It's the worst game of telephone.
Right, ever. And then he was complaining. He was complaining. So he makes it so difficult to reach out to him.
Dude, he just bitches about why can't anyone reach out to me? And then I reached out and he's like, yeah, I can't talk to this guy. I'm like, what?
But then people on the opposite side, people on the TheActMan side are like, well, why can't people do their research? And when then people are trying to do their fucking research, you're met with a brick fucking wall. So they're just as bad.
Both sides
exactly.
were hilariously difficult to deal with. And it wasn't until TheActMan full on. It literally wasn't until people started replying to him in a negative way, en masse, and he started to get of course his comment or his tweet would get a bunch of likes, but every reply would be negative. That's the only time he would ever actually talk to me. I ever actually for a brief moment.
It's ridiculous.
Which was a little bit frustrating for sure.
And I tried to give you the information that I could that was somewhat relevant to the copyright stuff, but at the end of the day I was only able to give you a couple of screenshots in one video. That's not exactly going to help you out when you're trying to do in-depth research.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. He says a lot of stuff in his video, and I don't even the details aren't that big of a deal, I think, in this story for the most part, right? But he says, a video struck down, I go to check and it's not. The guy took it down on its own. Well, then I got to go ahead and think about it. Or if he goes ahead and he's like, this video was struck down, I hit up this other guy and he's like, oh yeah, I never appealed it. I just didn't want to deal with it or whatever. Well, then it's okay, well now let me just check everything just to be cool.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of that was blown out of proportion. I understand if he hit, if he did try to strike them, but if they didn't fight it back, then you can't say that he struck down your video because you took it down yourself. You can't
if you don't fight it back, you can't. You could say he's striking videos, I guess, right? Because I guess technically somehow is, but you can't go ahead and say that YouTube system's broken.
Yeah, because you're not fighting it back. If you're not
Yeah.
fighting it back, then how are you complaining about YouTube because you didn't even fucking try?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Oh my god, these people drive me nuts. I'm so glad I don't make videos, and I'm so glad I'm not in your position.
I mean, it's okay because I think I've dealt with it now. Part of me just wants to, like, when I'm done with this, I just want to make another video just on Quantum about some of the crazy shit he says. Like in one of his videos on Elden Ring and why it's bad, it's like his second one. He's like, you know what? This is the next generation of consoles. He's like, you know, I was thinking this game would do cool and creative stuff. You know, like I could fly off a dragon and stop in front of the boss and get off and it would take off and then I could fight the boss. He's like, I can't do that. I can't ride dragons in this game. I'm like, this is why the game's bad.
Oh my god, is that the same one? Is that the same
funny.
one? Is that the same one where he says, at the end of the day, go kill yourself, man?
Yeah, he goes ahead and he's like, you know what, people like Elden Ring, people like me don't like it, and then they say I'm just bad at the game, so that's why I don't deserve to like enjoy the game. Well, you know what, just go kill yourself, man. Like, I'm in, dude.
And what I love is like when young Crip, when Donovan was playing the game, he beat one of the bosses, and if you know about young Crip, you know he's not exactly mobile, and so like it's funny when like you see like I think I did like a meme video where like you splice Donovan playing the game and Quantum saying he can't beat it. It's hilarious.
Okay, so
It's just classic.
Guardian Soulblade says Quantum may be an awful person, but he has the right to copyright strike videos of his footage. Not if they were done in fair use. Just saying.
Doesn't though.
It doesn't though. And then he said Quantum has the right to his crappy hot take. Okay, I agree.
Yes.
He does have the right to his crappy hot take. I 100% agree with that. I do.
But in turn, people have the right to make fun of that bad take.
They absolutely do. And they got all but hurt. Yeah, this is crazy that it started over Elden Ring, but no. If it's done in fair use is fair use for a reason.
And it's not like this hasn't gone to court or anything yet. It has, and it's been very clearly said.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair use. So no, he did not have the right to a copyright strike. You also have the right to ignore fair use as a copyright holder. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
That's not how that works at all.
That's not how that works.
Fair use is in spite of copyright. All right? Fair use is in spite of copyright at all times.
No, you don't have the right to ignore fair use. That's
yes,
the
you do.
law.
Dude, get in the freaking call and explain how you do, because that's not how that works.
Oh my god, we got a special one, folks. We got a special boy.
It's just because you say, hey, just because you say you do doesn't mean you do. You're wrong, bro.
He's the dude in public who has the "Be patient, I'm special" shirt on.
Tell that to. Oh, I don't know if it's a he or she. So they said,
to big movie companies.
Yeah, tell that to big movie companies.
Big movie companies, you can do that. Look at YouTube. These people fight copyright every day based on movies, and it's for the most part, all their shit stays up.
Guess what? We've already had this movement called "Where's the Fair Use?" involving your movie sucks, involving I hate everything. This has already been answered. So the point you're trying to make in chat is completely stupid.
Yes, this has been dealt with specifically with movies. Where you're right is with songs, and that's because people use licensing with songs. So music has a different fair use rules than
Advent said, next time I get pulled over, I'm just gonna say I'm ignoring the speed limit. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a crazy.
Yeah, that's no. I mean, I understand Quantum TV is out here being a bully. He's trying to be a bully with big dick energy, saying, I'm going to strike this because you said this bad about me, and I'm going to strike this, and okay, you're being an asshole. But if people aren't fighting it, yeah, he's being an asshole, 1,000%.
Here's what's tough, Xylie, this is probably what YouTube's thinking, right? A lot of people go to these like third-party companies to then go ahead and have people. Let me restart this.
Okay.
When it comes to striking people back for not knowing copyright, I just think that's going to be like, you got to educate every person on what counts as infringing on your copyright or not. How's YouTube going to do that? They got to put all this money into figuring this shit out now. It's like a whole fucking thing. I just wish there was a way to turn around and Like after you fuck up 6 times in a row, 10 times, whatever, you get 1 strike. Like make it so you have 5 you could fuck up, and then on the 6th one you get a strike for it or something. You know,
Something like,
have a limit. He can't strike. He struck everybody. He's striking everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's losing all of them, but there's just gonna be no.
But at some point,
punishment.
now at some point, he should be red flagged by YouTube. Going, wait a minute, why is this guy doing all these strikes? Something's not.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, or like he's and he's like failed. He's like he's attempted to like file strikes, but he's like failed to do it several times. So like I feel like at a certain point you have to like look at that and go like, wait, like is there malicious intent behind this
or something?
I just like YouTube's not going to do anything as of right now. One, because TheActMan gave him an out by not just apologizing for this fucking tweet and not just being like coming. Like I think the movement should be focused just on that one thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like just this broad thing. Like how do you even fix? Half the shit he's arguing for. I'm like I don't even know how to fix this shit. You know, it's dumb. The movement had so much potential, and I see it all the time. There's a movement, and usually people try and justify what happened, or the movement just has. If the movement, this was a good one. This movement had so much potential, and he just took it off the rails, dude.
Yeah,
just went completely.
Oh
off
yeah,
the rails.
He completely screwed it up. By the way, yeah.
he screwed the pooch.
Yeah, it's a disaster, dude. Next time, there will be a next time. There always is.
There'll be somebody who can do it right eventually.
Just the next person to do it. I just wish Mudahar reaches out immediately and just takes it over.
Yeah,
he just takes over the PR with it.
I hope so because.
But the thing is, how do you stop somebody where if you're the TheActMan, you're trending every day, you're crushing it, everyone's telling you how right you are, and then you're gonna give it all to Mudahar. You know, you're gonna tell somebody else that they know what they're doing over you, even though you're crushing it right now. Like, it just is an ego challenge, right? You got to run into a person that's willing to fucking drop it all and realize where they can win a battle. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. He screwed it all up, and he just showed. I don't know. To me, honestly, I'm sorry, but I think the TheActMan and the TheActMan clan is one mother phone call away to a mother to be just like Quantum. Honestly, yeah, that's what it showed me when Nicholas Diorio dropped that DM. You're a snitch, dude. You're no better.
Like what is even the battle we're fighting for like you should be able to make a joke about YouTube employees, like you should be able to make a joke about doxing them. Is YouTube ever gonna fold on that?
Right, but they have to take that seriously.
Like they would ever do that. Yeah, what company isn't gonna take that seriously?
No, because it only takes one person who would take that tweet. It only takes one crazy person who would take that tweet as being serious to go ahead and do it. One crazy person. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. He was an idiot for making that joke. He was dumb. That was a dumb fucking move.
Like, what news company can you go to? Could you go to the Wall Street Journal and be like, yeah, can you believe I was banned for or I lost my monetization for making a joke about doxing YouTube employees? Isn't that ridiculous? They're all going to look at you like you're fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's just tough, man. It's just, I don't feel like the battles we chose to fight were ever reasonable. You know, I thought the one was the copyright one. It was the least focused part of the movement. I'm just so disappointed by it. I'm really disappointed.
And this is where like I want to be 100% on TheActMan's side. You know, this because we had a clear villain. Like this could have been such an easy win.
Yeah,
we had
work on YouTube in the past too. It's not like there hasn't been good changes. Like since 2016 to now, there's been a lot of good changes.
Right.
And like the thing is too, like we had Quantum dead to rights, and then you gave him room to breathe.
Yeah.
I just think everybody should just shut the fuck up about Quantum and just, let him go.
Quantum, just let him be a lolcow, dude. There's nothing wrong. Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay for crazy people to exist.
He's he's just one of the bad guys on YouTube. Do you know how many fucking bad guys there are on YouTube? There's a shitload of them.
Welcome, yeah.
I mean, there's a shitload of them. Yeah. There's Skip says YouTube is not a court. They literally don't have the preview to decide what is and isn't a fraudulent claim or not.
That's totally true. Whoever said that,
That's Skip. Skip said that.
Skip, that is true. The one thing though is when it comes to blatant copyright fraudulent claims, where the guy's not even filling out the form, like he's leaving tons of it empty. YouTube throws out claims before. They've done it before.
Didn't
they do
they
it
get
to people.
on that one time?
Yeah, they've gotten Quantum on it one time where he tried to do TheActMan's video and they just threw it out because it's ridiculous. Like when the copyright claim is, I own the copyright to my face, which is what Quantum did to a couple people. Those you could throw out. Like there's when it's so ridiculous, you can do it.
And Quantum didn't start it either. It was all over them getting mad over his video. No, he 100% started it by threatening the strike.
Okay,
That's how he started it, because he
if-
could have ignored it.
Listen, he made a video. People didn't like his video, so people did a react to that video. Okay, they have the right to do that. Where Quantum started it was he started copywriting people. He started striking people. That's taking it too far just for talking shit. They didn't like your take, bro. That's it.
That you're literally abusing a copyright system, which should be a legal system, to get back at people for talking shit on you, even though talking shit on the internet is completely okay to do. And on top of that, Quantum's got a whole channel of talking shit. That dude talks shit all the time. And on top of that,
100%.
he's fucking copyrighted people that just talk shit back to him. Years before, this only came up because he did it to TheActMan and he did it to Mischief, and that's how it got picked up. But he's been doing this forever, apparently.
So he has a habit then. He has.
Yeah, this has only become mainstream knowledge that he's done it. The guy we found that he actually had the copyright strike takedown for, where the video stayed down after appeal, was on a video a year ago. This is way before any of this Elden Ring stuff.
Yeah, like Griffin Gaming. I'm sure you've probably seen him around, Willie, because like he started covering this again. He covered Quantum like a couple years ago. And so like he has repeated behavior like this. So in no way did Quantum not throw the first punch. He's been throwing the first punch for years.
Wow, I didn't know that part. I didn't know he's doing it for years.
Yeah, no, he's done it for a minute. Wow. Did Griffin Gaming, did his video stay down after appeal?
Not that I'm aware of. He never. I don't. From what I've seen from him,
sure of it, right?
Yeah. From what I've seen from his coverage, he never talked about like any previous like copyright problems he personally had. He's just, I know he.
This is the funniest part to me, dude. Is like this one stupid fucking question. I just can't get over that. I don't know. I'm kind of like I think I'm. This is an annoying situation for me, so I am just bothered by almost everybody involved to a degree. The other part is it's so fucking hot in my apartment. I'm baking.
Right.
It is so. It smells like wiener, like a fucking sweaty ball sack. I literally walk in. It's hotter in the apartment than outside.
Oh my
and
God.
if nobody shows up tomorrow, I'm literally just gonna burn it all down.
No,
we're gonna do like a Viking funeral where I'm gonna shoot the arrow into like it'll just land right back on my desk.
Please don't burn it down. Please don't burn it down. What do you?
I feel like it's like if how you get sandpaper for a match and it like lights on fire.
Right.
If I just like rub up against something the wrong way and it creates enough friction, I think it'll just light the whole room on fire. It's so hot. Nobody's allowed to wear socks, no static, no balloons in the house.
Willie, don't do that. Don't burn your house down. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. We have talked
was there
long
anything
enough on
we missed? Any interesting things, or does that pretty much cover everything? I think.
I think it covered everything because honestly, I think they're both shitty. I do. I think both sides are as equally bad. I think they show anti-behavior, and what happens in a lot of anti-communities, the people who are antis end up being just as bad sometimes, if not worse. I don't think in this case is worse because Quantum's mama.
I don't even think it's as bad necessarily.
I think his snitching is.
His snitching's real bad.
Yeah, and I think that's what. And I look at what Quantum was doing as snitching. Oh, they didn't like what I did. Oh, they showed about that's snitching. That's snitching. Yeah. And I think the snitching part is just equally as bad. And honestly, whatever, my hands are up in the air. And the last time I'm going to talk about it is with your video. That's it.
Yeah, like, dude. Sorry,
No,
I
it's okay, baby. Go ahead.
interrupted you. Like he tried to claim that Rich from Review Dick USA was a pedo because he liked Bosch.
He's not the first person though he says crazy stuff, but like calling somebody a pedo, we know is not against terms of service.
Right, but like
done it 5 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
dude.
that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally okay to do on YouTube. You know?
Mhm.
Like, again, this guy can be a piece of shit without necessarily, violating rules in a way that YouTube will do something. I think if he was a channel with 1 million subs, I think he would have gotten banned, but he's not.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's not making that much money for them anyway.
No.
They're joking you in the chat saying you're smelling like hot dog water and a discount state fair.
It's so fucking bad in here. All right, dude. That'll pretty much do it for me. I'm like that kid from Charlie Brown where he's got all the bugs following him. That's what it is.
Go stand in front of fan or something. Shit.
Oh, dude, we got these goddamn fans going constantly. It's like you go into a bedroom. It is so loud. There's a dehumidifier, the 2 fans running. You walk on the carpet, you just hear swoosh, 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 swoosh from all the water.
God.
It's the worst. It's the worst, dude.
Willie, they better come tomorrow and fix some shit.
My computer just crashes randomly because it gets too hot. So it just crashes on me as I'm sitting here because it's just too hot in the whole fucking place.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's Titanic.
Dude. Yeah, go take care of some things and we'll talk later.
Yeah.
But
all right, take it easy, guys. Thanks for letting me on.
Peace
out. Take care, man.
Peace.
All right, John. Any last words before I end this?
Yeah, I still hope I'm still gonna be somewhat nice to TheActMan. I do hope in the end that he gets his monetization back. But that being said, you could have handled that so much better, dude.
Yeah,
come on.
He killed his movement with 1 DM.
Exactly, and
also with 1 DM.
Yeah, and also too, guys, if you enjoyed me co-hosting for this, make sure you go to my channel, and I do live streams as well.
Yes, he does, and I'll have the channel linked in the description box as soon as this is over with. But yeah, go check out John. Wait, let me see if I can get your. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Alrighty, John. There we go. There's your channel. If my laptop wants to act right. All right, copy. All right, and paste. All right, that is Nerdy John's channel, and of course there'll be a link down below. What did Skip say? Because somebody said Skip dead. Taylor tragic. Oh, y'all joking about Willie. Should we end this with a prayer? I don't know. He might try to strike me because I got his face in the thumbnail with a filter. There's a filter on it. It is not the original picture. Sir.
But you don't understand. He owns the copyright to the Quantum TV brand, aka his face.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Fair use. Just saying. I'll do it like some of the smaller YouTubers. Fair use. Like that does anything, but nah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I put his face on the thumbnail, cause I'll pitch a bitch if he does. Shit. But all right, well, let me get out of this Discord call. Thank you for joining me, dude. I appreciate it. I mean, because I know you were, with someone, and I didn't know if you were going to make it, which would have been absolutely fine. I would have understood. I did understand actually. I told you don't worry about it. But no, I appreciate you coming on, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Because obviously, I think people have gotten the vibe off this, but I just enjoy the live stream podcasting scene. Any opportunity I can to get on the show and just talk about a topic, I'll jump on it straight away.
Oh yeah, I love live streaming. I can't do a video to save my life. I cannot do a video to save my life. I really can't. But all right, dude. Well, I will talk to you later. I'm gonna hop out of the call. Thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it.
All right, take care.
All right, you too, honey. All right, guys, and that is it. Y'all have a good night, and we'll find out if knock on wood that it don't happen, but we'll find out if somebody hits us or not. We will find out, I promise. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. And remember, keep it real.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world can do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss on, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, no sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs a man, a septic. Ain't no motherfucker